In order to do better, you need to know better. Truthfully, the need to know better. Naturally, within the loving order.
Here are my two different fractions.
It is what it is, all it is. Nothing but love. The creator within the creation. You're never alone. The love is what it is within you, loving you from the inside out. For you to know better. For you to know the truth is the truth. Literally self-explanatory. Once you realize it's already ready within you, waiting on you to realize for yourself. Love you all who naturally know better. I can't make you know what you need to know that's already waiting on you.
Of fuel that I make from plastic waste. Plastoline, Plastadiesel. Plastoline is my gasoline alternative. We put it in gasoline engines, most recently a gasoline truck. It acted as though it. You've dedicated countless hours, money, time, resources, to your invention. But without doing invention, everything you've built so far could be compromised. If you're looking to understand whether it even makes sense from a patent perspective, and importantly from a business perspective, to turn your innovation into a lasting business asset, this webinar that I just created is for you. In today's landscape of conflicting information, there's all sorts of advice about patents, licensing.
Just call me when you're ready.
For them. Oh, okay, okay, you ain't let me do it, all right. So I was gonna put real chill on it too. I think she's the truth. She's the truth makes sense. She's the truth makes sense, man. Change, baby. That's change. See, let's see if we're doing something. Somebody doing something. Somebody doing something. Let's go. Somebody doing something. Right for y'all. Let's get on the road with this here. Put my y'all.
Okay. Possible getaway vehicles at these 3 locations. I'm sending surveillance images to you. These are our potential targets.
All right, let's do that here. Put it down here. Okay. Yeah, this is happening. Oh, it was happening.
Be back in Tampa again. I'm joined here this morning with Commissioner Mark Glass, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, Special Agent in Charge from the Tampa office, Mark Brutinel, and Special Counsel from our Office of Statewide Prosecution, Rita Peters. It's good to be back. I wish it was to talk about something more uplifting, but we do have a big announcement this morning that we are busting an international child pornography ring.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
be bringing charges against 8 individuals this morning, 7
Oh,
of them
yeah.
residents. As a
Oh,
dad for little ones,
yeah.
it's tough to talk about
It's
some of this
time,
stuff,
it's
but
time to put
what
these
these
funky
guys were
fuckers in
doing
jail.
was
It's time to
truly
put these
heinous.
in
There's not a
jail.
word in the English dictionary
It's time to
they
put
can
these
describe
in jail.
gross
It's time to put these
content
in
that
jail.
was on the videos. Our investigators have been able to get their hands on over 1 million videos showing
It's time to put these
sexual
in
abuse
jail.
on minors. Many of these individuals were babies that are being sold around the world.
Yeah, it's time to put these bitches in jail.
The 2023 National Center for Missing and Exploited Children reports over 36 million instances of suspected child sexual exploitation and over
Yeah, put these
100
bitches
million
in jail.
files
These bitches in
related
jail.
to child sex abuse
Put these
material.
bitches in jail.
And that's only what's getting reported.
Come on now.
This continues to be a problem in our country, in our state.
Yeah. Put them in jail.
You know, protecting our
Put them in
kids is not an
jail.
easy
Put them in
task to
jail.
begin with. And
Put them in
today,
jail.
with the access to the
Put them
internet
in
and
jail.
social media, it allows these sick predators to more easily get access to our kids. And as I've said, my first 5-6 weeks on the job here, that's going to be a major priority for my office. The individuals that are being busted today that purchase this harmful content, many of them found it through TikTok. It was available online. They found access to a portal where they could purchase this dangerous material. TikTok has shown they can very quickly get stuff off their website. If there's unlicensed music or something going around, they've proven and with a flip of a switch they can get it off. And it's taken too long for them to get some of this pornographic material and avenues to purchase harder, more gross content. We've got to get them to be more accountable. So we will be working on that. We are going to hold social media companies accountable that want to put our families and our kids in jeopardy. So today, these 8 defendants are being charged with multiple felony counts, including RICO, money laundering, and purchase of child pornography. Again, I can't tell you in words how gross this content is, but it shows the dangers, the evil that's out there. It is truly evil. And you've got my word that in this state, we're going to do everything we can to hold these people accountable. If you are a child predator, if you are one of these sick people, then I hope you never see the sun again. And I hope you certainly never have access.
All right, let's go rob a bank. Let me get Kay up in here.
Ooh, I've been waiting on this call, baby.
We moving.
This my shit. The Union Depository? This is the motherfucking big leagues now, y'all. Hit me with that plan again, baby girl.
We pick up the security car, leave the getaway, walk right in the front door, walk right out with the gold. Then all we gotta do is drive it over to this contact you got.
Appreciate it.
That's right. Now this lady who paying us is a shady ass motherfucker. Like she wearing government issue pantsuit kinda shady. So we ain't fucking around with this one.
Keep us on headset. Let's do this. Hey, Kay, you know who Lil Miss Pantsuit working for?
I know enough not to know. You feel me?
Shit,
Why don't you just take a look at that board over here with these folks? And it is just
evil. The faces you see there are faces of evil. The general talked about, we can't even talk about what was on those films and what they had because it is that disturbing. More disturbing than you would see even in your movies. Way more. It's evil. And the sad part about it is many more out there. Just like these evil people. Many more. And we know it. And through the hard work and dedication of multi-agencies, such as HSI, the DHS, our task force agents from multiple agencies across this Tampa Bay area and the rest of the state, FDLE, and our Office of Statewide Prosecution, we're able to get out there and get these evil people out of our society. Put them where they belong, behind bars.
Y'all got me running over here to the fucking page, man.
Answer to their crimes.
Y'all wrong for this.
I'm a father.
And I'm probably gonna be the one that's gonna end this shit.
I'm a brother.
I'm running over
I'm a husband. And I'm your state of Florida commissioner on FDLE. And the stuff that these evil people did emboldens not only me, but the men and women behind me to go out and get more people like this off our streets. This will not be tolerated in the state of Florida. And when I became the commissioner of FDLE, this is one of my highest priorities, is going after sexual predators, sex offenders, child molesters, deviants that do this kind of stuff to our children. Not just our children in the United States, we're talking about children all across the world. We would be remiss not to talk about why it was such important to shut down our border. Children that these evil people do these heinous things with came across our border.
Y'all in uniform, so get in the mindset. Get them ID badges shiny. We playing this low and slow.
That's right. And you know what real security guard motherfuckers don't be doing. Waving their guns around and shit. You draw down, you as good as caught. Remember, your private security. Gotta play the part, you dig?
Just look like you itching to shoot someone, but don't know how to flick the safety.
Yeah, try to look like you got a head injury and you failed the LSPD psych test. You know, you're a little slow.
No disclaimer here for you. This is evil.
What the hell? We said play that shit cool.
Oh, shit gonna get real now.
Behind me by Special Agent Charge Mark Rubino to give you a little bit more in depth about this case. Mark. Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, Attorney General, for both of your supports and your leadership.
Get in the elevator, swipe the card, let's go.
Damn, we're gonna have all kind of cops up in this bitch in a minute.
So we kind of get into a bit of weeds in this investigation. Which
next stop, the vote, right, babe?
Mm-hmm. It ain't far.
Hope y'all limbered up. That solid gold shit gonna be
hot. Yeah, I did it. And the results speak for themselves. So what happened was in July of 2024, our agents were working proactively on the internet, looking for individuals that like to sell and distribute child pornography. And our agent found a chat room where he was speaking to an individual who directed him to a website called TributePrintedPics.
We ain't got no time to enjoy this. Get the goal, get moving.
Shit, I was just starting to have a little fun. But then again, I ain't got no news team headed all the way up my ass.
At the end of the day, our agent purchased 6.7 terabytes of child pornography. For $100.
Y'all better be ready for some heavy shit on the way out of here.
Yeah, them tactical units had plenty of time to get set up. This shit about to get real.
The pictures of some of the most egregious, disgusting content we've ever seen. My agent has done this for a long time.
Listen, as soon as you got as much as you can carry, get the fuck gone.
Fuck her up, y'all. They waiting up there.
For him to say that, it had to be really bad. I've read the affidavits and it makes me sick. So that's where the case really started off. So within a week after that, working with our Attorney General's office, FDLE, the Attorney General's office, we executed a seizure warrant on that website, TributePrintedPics.com, and we shut it down. We said, you're not selling that stuff on the internet. We shut it down. Within 2 days, several phone calls from law enforcement agencies all across the country local, state, federal.
Oh shit, sounds like a war zone out there.
Keep your head down. Just get to the parking lot.
State of Florida, good job. So as the case progresses, we identify an individual from New Jersey.
These fools ain't never gonna stop, y'all. Get to the damn car.
Money mule for this organization.
We could use some backup here.
On the chat, we also directed how to pay $100 for this $2 million files. So we went up to New Jersey, looking at those authorities in New Jersey. When we executed a search warrant at his residence, arrest warrant, and all of his electronics. We did a very thorough scrub of his electronics, which produced a treasure trove of evidence. This is where the case really started to take off. We were able to identify an individual by the name of John DeVille. Clearly that was an alias, we knew that at the time. But John DeVille and Mr. Modi had over 500 transactions with this C-10 that they were distributing and selling. Knowing that was clearly an alias, that was when the case really took off. That's when our primary goal was to find out who John was. As a part of this investigation, we were able to identify 7 people in Florida that had purchased this material from John through Modi. And those customers were identified as Brett Ryan Moore from Orange City, Michael Andrew Warden from Kissimmee, Jacob Ross Conley from Fern Park, Cody Vance Jordan Mookie from Palm Bay, and Israel Cole Thomas from Oakland. These 2 customers up here on this board tonight, I'm going to discuss them briefly. The first one is Frankie Pinero Jr. He is from Groveland, Florida. This individual was listed as a sex offender. He was currently on probation from a child pornography arrest that our office in Orlando did in 2019. He got a very light slap on the wrist for that case, and he was also sentenced to 20 years of probation. We know he bought a large amount of this disgusting material from our guy John, and it was on his phone. So I'm pretty confident, you'll hear from Rita here in a minute, he's not getting probation on this one. There's no doubt about that. Our second individual was a guy named Brett Allen Snodderly from Clearwater. Again, we know he purchased this material from John. During a search warrant at his residence, we found children's underwear at the residence. Now, we did our due diligence. We're positive he's not a hands-on offender, but obviously great cause for concern. His phone was very tech-savvy. We had to bring it back to the office, get into a search warrant, proper legal service, which we did. Ultimately, he gets it, lots of CSAM on the phone. So about 7 days later, we get an arrest warrant at Clearwater PD, go pick up Mr. Starwood. And when they do, he has a new phone with even more talent around here.
What the hell is that sound, y'all? What raggedy-ass car y'all driving?
Yo, y'all better be fixing to drive that shit.
As the investigation continues, always searching for John.
Y'all put the motherfuckers in your rearview mirror yet?
Relax, Kay. This the fun part. Y'all know these fools can't drive for shit.
I feel you, but this client is real insistent that her face don't get seen by no cops.
We also identified suspects.
Ain't no one had a cop like a cop in a suit.
And we're working with HSI in that regard. So finally, after almost a year of diligent work, 140 subpoenas, 20 search warrants, endless hours of analysis. You see this chart here, that's kind of a way to break down the spider web that we had to sift our way through and figure out who's who here. We were able to identify John DeVille as Mehmet was a youth.
Hey, how we know this client of yours is legit, Kay? This ain't some entrapment bullshit.
She cool, she cool. She need us more than we need her. Came to me because I ain't from around here. Ain't no LSPD or any other kind of files on me. I keep my shit protected, baby.
Aye, babe. I know you do. If she good with you, she good with me. Why the hell they after a shit ton of gold, though?
Same reason as anybody else, baby. Just a different color hustle.
Ha! Long as they money green, I'll take it.
Let the church say amen, baby.
Amen. Hey, I don't hear sirens.
Damn straight, baby. Let's get this shit dropped off and let's get paid.
You try to get him extradited to Florida and hope we can pull that off because he will be held with an excellent case, teamwork. Again, as a father, again, as mentioned before, I was amazed at these guys, the way their dogged pursuit of him. Again, it's one of those cases where you look back and you're over this career and say, I made a difference. That's just one network. I'm sure there's several more out there that we are actively going to target as well. So with that, I'm going to bring up ASAP McCombs and HSI to talk about their role in this case. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach Rutmo. It's a great honor to be here today to speak with you all on this case and most importantly, our great collaboration with the state of Florida and its partners. No finer partners to have than partners of the state of Florida. FDLE is a tremendous partner for us, and the citizens of Florida should be proud for the level of investigative effort that went into this investigation to keeping all of our families safe, to include my own. HSI has 90 offices in 56 countries all around the world, and a number of them were utilized in this investigation to uncover this network. Oftentimes we will bring these investigations to the state, but this one was the reverse. They brought us in on this investigation. We're very thankful for that. It's a great partnership when the federal government and the state government can combine resources and leave no stone unturned worldwide to uncover massive amounts of child pornography at a global systemic level, and one that we're going to work very hard to dismantle. We will not stop in pursuing these investigations. We can't stop. And the level and brutality of these images are sickening.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Y'all in the car?
I just want to thank the investigators on this investigation. Some of the best that I've seen. The financial analysis, some of the best that I've seen in my 28 years of federal law enforcement. And very, very proud to be a part of this investigative team. And I also want to thank my investigators at Homeland Security Investigations and team. Thank you.
Good morning. By way of reintroduction, my name is Rita Peters, and I have the pleasure of serving under Attorney General James Buckmeyer at the Office of Statewide Prosecution. I specialize in matters involving human trafficking, sex crimes, child exploitation, and I have been doing that for about 26 years. And to say that the images and videos that I observed in this case were the most horrendous is an understatement. In July 2024, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement contacted me to assist in an investigation regarding a sale of images of child exploitation, child sexual abuse material. We learned that for $100, they were able to obtain links that led them to over 1 million videos of children involved in some of the most heinous types of sexual brutality that I have ever seen. Brutality that involved infants, necrophilia, brutal sexual battery, and molestation. These horrific pictures and videos capture real, identifiable children whose names are in the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. These children have been identified series within that directory. They are victims of human trafficking, they're also victims of sexual battery and a plethora of other crimes. And these kids are from the United States. We began by sending subpoenas to multiple companies to start the paper trail and see where we were going. That was followed up with search warrants to various financial entities, as well as online communication applications. And then we kept following that paper trail until we finally learned the identity of our main distributor, Mehmet, in Turkey. Through our past investigative experiences and information that we were able to obtain in the early stages of our investigation, we determined that the vehicle that was used by Mehmet was TributePrintedPics.com. And very quickly, we shut that down. We seized that website, and FDLE was able to shut it down. And as you've heard, multiple agencies, we actually heard from global agencies, England as well, that they thanked us for shutting that website down because it had been such a source of a problem. Through the following steps, we isolated the individuals that you see on that board who took part in not only the distribution by Mr. Mehmet, but also the purchase of all of these images. It is because of that desire to see children being brutally raped, the demand for that this was possible.
Fucking shame.
In addition, we learned that Mr. Mehmet also employed identification from other individuals stolen on the dark web to use their financial resources or their financial accounts to obtain funds from buyers to also sell this child pornography. We spoke to 2 of those individuals who had no idea that their financial accounts had been utilized for that purpose, one of whom was in Canada that broke down. He filtered money through these accounts just so that he can enrich himself through the sale of child pornography. These individuals have all been charged in Hillsborough County Court. Kunal Kumar Narashabi Modi from New Jersey is facing a 65-year sentence for RICO, racketeering, conspiracy to racketeer, and money laundering. Frankie Pinero Jr., who also faced child pornography charges in the 9th Judicial Circuit, is charged with conspiracy to commit RICO, purchase of child pornography, and use of a two-way communication device to commit a felony. 40 years, Florida State Prison. And a side note, Mr. Pinero was charged by our office, statewide prosecution through the Orlando Bureau, with the additional child pornography that we obtained off of the electronic items. And he has pled and received a 35-year sentence on that one. So it's just a matter of days before we have him in our jurisdiction. We have Brett Ryan Moore, also charged with conspiracy to commit RICO, purchase of child pornography, and use of a two-way communication device. Again, 40-year sentence. Israel Cole Thompson, conspiracy to commit RICO, purchase of child pornography, and use of a two-way communication device, 40 years. Brett Allen Smotterly, similarly, 40 years. Jacob Ross Conley, 40 years. Cody Vance Jordan Muti, 40 years. Michael Warren, 40 years. And then ultimately we will have Mamet and also Jimena from Oregon. They will be charged. Mr. Mamet Boziu will have a whole host of charges, and his exposure will be well over 400 years in Florida State Prison. It was a pleasure to do this investigation. This was, hands down, just good old-fashioned police work, and that's what it was. It was a partnership. We made ourselves available at all hours, every day, as did every other agency, because it was about saving those children and making sure that we would take this element off of the street. And we look forward to prosecuting these individuals. We look forward to bringing Mr. Boziu back from Turkey so that he can be answerable to our courts and receive the sentence that he so richly deserves.
Thank you, Rita. Parents and families at home can rest assured knowing Rita's here fighting the fight, keeping our kids safe. With that, we'll open it up if there's any questions.
You made it? She just gave me the green light. Let's get rich, y'all.
He is not currently in custody. We are working to get him. We'd like to extradite him over here and hold him accountable here, if at all possible. So we'll be working hard on that. I think some conversations have begun, but I can't really share much more than that unless somebody else has something to add.
So the local defenders, we typically see a lot of arrests. For sure, judges have a lot of success in that. But this, seems to stretch a lot further than we've gotten into the upper echelon. So this would be fabulous. Maybe talk about how illegal that is to you.
Yeah, cases like this are tough. There's tons of these sick guys out there. There are. You can stumble upon a guy purchasing something here, there. And then you got kind of a tough decision. You want to get these perverts off the street right away, but you also can see, well, there's more to be had here. So is there more than what's on this board? Possibly, but we're at a point now where we've cracked the large international nature of this ring, where we got to get these people in and hold them accountable. We'll keep looking. We'll keep investigating on the peripheries here, see who else might fall under our authority. But you've hit on the tough spot. How hard do you keep investigating versus getting dangerous people off the streets? And we were at a point here where we felt like we had to bust these guys. We'll keep working on it, but I think we've learned a lot through this investigation that's going to help us as we try to expose and prosecute the larger international efforts here that harm kids.
We've heard all of mentioned